All right. Testing. Ooh, that looks good. All right. Welcome everybody to the last debate that we're gonna have this whole year. That's right. So so the topic is violent video games lead to real violence, or more broadly speaking, y'all want to do just video games in general. I think video games, yeah, that's fine. This side of the team, this team over here is arguing yes, but video games in general, in particular violent video games, if you will, lead to actual violence. They are arguing yes, that is the case. We can see that in our society. This team over here is arguing no, violent video games don't necessarily lead to violence in society. There may be other factors at play. So this side, of course, is going to have 7 minutes to make their opening comments, of course, and feel free to fill out the survey as you normally do. Okay. All right. Anyway, let's give them a warm applause as let's make their initial remark here. Is that you, Ms. Monotoro? Is that who's making it? You want to talk first? Oh, okay.
I thought she was Roma was.
Oh, you guys are first. All right.
Okay. So, hello, friends. I'm here. Me and my friend are here to give you a introduction about our topic. So we think that playing video games are very violent. They teach. So here we are discussing more about how it affects your brain, and studies also have shown and proved that video games do affect your brain and show that they can cause some changes in your brain structure. Scientists have collected and summarized a brief study saying that video games can change the behavior and and how people respond to each other's emotions and feelings. Research also looked into studies exploring brain regions associated with the system and how they are related to one-on-one. And so I have to give the 7 minutes talk.
Or your team has 7 minutes. You
I see. Okay. Yeah. I have enough. Okay. So like parents do allow their kids to use their cell phones in which they don't have an access to stop their kids while playing video games. There are many video games which are very violent, and it triggers the child's brain to go in a negative path, and you can't even pause it or stop it, because that is where their world starts. And the mind is being prepared that you can kill somebody, because there are so many different kinds of video games where you shoot or where you kill, or so it's like teaching the child to be violent in a very early age. And Anna can add some more points.
Good morning with everybody. The American Academy of Pediatrics, American Academy of Child and Adolescent Psychiatry, American Psychological Association, American Medical Association, American Academy of Family Physicians wrote in July 26, 2000 a document called Joint Statement on the Impact of the Entertainment Violence of Children. You can see on internet. It said children who see a lot of violence are more likely to view violence as an effective way of settling conflicts. Children exposed to violence are more likely to assume that acts of violence are acceptable behavior. Entertainment violence fits a perception that the world is a violent and mean place. Another research the Center for Internet and Technology Addiction, the doctor called David Greenfield said that the violent games elevating people's levels of dopamine. Those studies have been absolutely support when you see the brain in, for example, MRI. Their brain lights up like a Christmas tree when they are doing these games, especially when they hit the reward points that are designed by the gamers to keep people gaming, because that's how these games make their money. Nothing is engaged it at the levels that I see gaming at as a form of entertainment of dopamine elevation, unless it is a narcotic like cocaine, for instance. How could you be exposed to do something this toxic and have it not affect you? So we have to think about this, and I think that we have to watch what our kids are playing. We have a lot of study, we have a lot of research about how the violent games affect our behaviors.
That's it. Any remarks? Fair enough. Okay. So I'll stop here for a moment here. Just before I forget, you guys, you know, sure, maybe you way up here.
Voting is with us.
Did you want to say something?
Yeah.
In the last 2 minutes.
Are you okay with him being?
Because voting is not there, there are 4 of us, so.
Well, he's already got it. It's really not necessary. It's okay. I mean, that's right. But by the way, before we move on, this is one of the expressions that she pulled out there. She was talking about like a brain scan lighting up like a Christmas tree. I think that's a very common expression. Yeah. The brain scan is like lights up when you. That was a good expression. I like it. Anyway, go ahead, Miss Roma. You come on up here to the front.
Yes.
Let's give her a warm welcome. All right.
Mr. Jeremy, there's something.
Hi. Oh, you got me something. Thank you. All right.
You want a lottery?
Merry Christmas
So
to
you want
me.
the lottery?
All right. Oh, okay. Sounds good. All right. And here we go. You got 7 minutes, and anytime, go ahead. Yeah.
Good morning, friends. Today, I'd like to discuss the topic of we are agreed that the video games are not it's not like it's benefit for gaming. So you have probably heard the reason why the playing video game is not good. But recent research has proved that the gaming has numerous benefits. Now, my friends will like to discuss some of the surprising learning benefits of gaming. So I'd like to ask Kismet to briefly explain us. Thank you.
Hello friends, I will give you benefits of game. Video games may improve problem solving skills. Puzzle games such as 2048 and role playing games such as World of Warcraft can build problem solving skills. Research say people who play this type of games show improvement in 3 key areas: planning, organization, and flexible thinking. Video games may boost creativity. There is a link between playing video games like Minecraft and being creative, at least among middle school kids. Researchers gave 12-year-old gamers tests that asked them to draw, tell stories, ask questions, and make predictions. All of the kids had a high level of creativity and curiosity. Video games may reduce stress. Simple video games that don't require a lot of thought, such as Angry Birds, can help people relax. Low-key games with simple graphics and that don't take a lot of time to play may improve mood and reduce anxiety. Video games relieve physical and emotional pain, depression, and aggressive behavior. Playing video games is a distraction that changes heart rate and channel frustration in the virtual world. According to studies by the University of Washington, the American Pen Society, and Neil University in the UK. Now my friend Deborah will tell you more.
Hi guys.
Yes. Hello.
My husband and I, like my friend said, we play for relax. So we play Marvels versus Capcom Infinity Stone. So I think it improves the brain to speed while gaming. So the brain receives multiple simulations, both virtual or audio. According to research, individuals who play video games frequently can process these simulators faster than others. So these simulators ensure that the brain is continuously working to interpret them. So the professor of sociology at the Western Michigan University, who says the relationship between video games and violence is insignificant. The Supreme Court in 2011 diminished any link between the game and the violence. So I play video game and I'm not violent. So, like you can see, I'm friendly.
We have points. No need to worry. We have points.
So now my friend Sarah will continue.
Good morning, everyone. I listening all points are from my opposition.
Yes, good.
They talking about video games are bad. They have some point, but the some point is very pointless because they talking only violence game, only highlight violence game. There are many more video games are good for all ages, and just they talking about only children, only kids. So, and you know that where is the good and bad? You know that you don't need it to according to research, according this study, and according that person and according expert. You as a parent, you as a human being, you as a citizen, you know that what is the good and bad thing. So when you go to the school, you ask according to expert, should I go school? No. What my point? You make the draw line for your children. Make it the limit.
Yeah.
Make it the limit for them. This is the 1 and 2 hours, and there is no more video games like violent. There is many more like Word World, Starfall. Download that Starfall application app. This is good for them. Also, even we use Quizlet Kahoot games, and this is good for us because of we boost our vocabulary.
But Kahoot is
Yeah,
No, we have points. Don't worry.
vocabulary. Even Quizlet. This also is game, and I got hundreds back to back. It is good, na?
1 minute.
It is good. Yeah. So that's why my opinion, my thought is motivate yourself, believe in yourself, non other person. What you think about your children, think about by yourself, not other person decide to your children. Because as a parent, you know that. That's why I'm saying video game is all of not bad, but they are also good. There are many more. Even all ages person, they enjoy the fun because relaxing. This is my point. So think about that one, and don't do the going to the according to that person and this person.
oh my god.
Believe in yourself.
What is wrong with you, Sarah?
Anyways, it's charismatic. Okay. By the way, I know you're very eager to talk. I know you want to help, but the point is, this is not really not necessarily to win, just an opportunity for everybody to speak. So that's okay. You're just going to be one of the audience members. I appreciate it.
Okay, I want to
Oh, you will. I'm going to give you 5 minutes to talk. You can share it and decide how much time you want to differentiate.
we can divide the time.
So while you're thinking about it in just a moment, I got to say, first of all, I appreciate bringing up a lot of learned research. I brought over here and over here too. Ms. Deborah bringing in like a personal anecdote, and you're constantly connecting with the audience. Haven't we all used this before? That's very persuasive. All those little tactics to try to persuade people. I noticed statistics, personal anecdotes, appealing to the audience. Hey, we felt that way. You're gonna have 5. This team wants 5 minutes. By team, I mean these 2 ladies only, right? Not Patel. Anyway, let's there we go. You have 5 minutes.
I can go. So she can. She.
You're not part of the team. Okay, there we go. 5 minutes. Anytime.
Okay. Thank you for your words. But I think the topic, today's topic is violent video games.
No.
Yes.
Jordan.
No, it's
That's
not.
good.
It's violent video
That's
games.
right. Okay.
So I am according to you that we have to put limits or our kids. But the topic is violent video games.
All right. Fair enough.
Another thing is how violent video games can decrease depression and anxiety.
Yeah.
Maybe in a short time, but later you are going to be worse because you need more and more dopamine. So if you don't have dopamine, you are going to have anxiety. Another point is, and it's very important, the American Academy of Child and Adolescent Psychiatry wrote in 2006 an article and said children with emotional, behavioral, and learning problems may be more influenced by violent images. So these childs are more dangerous to act with violence. Another thing is children and adolescents can become overly involved and even is obsessed with video games. So video games can I don't know what is the word. We can have addiction. So is we have to take medicine and treatment, psychological treatment for this. I have another research and it's very, very important. Some doctor said that he personally has a problem with social problems because he can talk with another person. Because he spent a lot of time playing these video games, and he thinks that the world is a bad place or something. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna.
Okay, I would like to add more. So, Kismet had a point that if you are upset or if you're in depression, these games kind of help you. But my point is, here our topic is not like a positive thing. Violent games, it's kind of coming in a negative way because you're very aggressive while playing it. So I don't think it will, kind of deal with your depression or any kind of human behavior. And Sarah had a point that she plays Kahoot and etc. But here they are not Star. So those are not so video games are different and games are different. Video games is something which is just animated, and Kahoot and those are educational games where
It's a puzzle.
No, I'm just saying you all mentioned the point, so I'm just kind of putting my point here that video games are, and here again we are talking about violent video games, which kind of have a negative impact on your brain. And okay, so the studies show that the one who plays violent video games are more frequently having an aggressive behavior, and there are many studies which have this negative impact, and video games have been a hot button issue for more than a decade. Interest Okay, I think, yeah. I'll just, that's
I
okay.
just want to leave, give you a warning, 30 seconds is finished, okay? You finish your statement.
Based on, okay, I'll just quickly sum her up. Based on our findings, we feel it is clear that violent video games is associated with subsequent increase in physical aggression. It is associated with your human brain in a negative way, and there's no way you can control it or you can stop it.
Time's up. There we go. Time's up. Okay, so now this team, go ahead and make your way up here. This team is going to have 5 minutes to offer a rebuttal. Share my time however you want. Anytime, Ms. Roma, you're welcome. And yeah, and after this is all finished, of course, you're going to have a chance to ask questions, right?
You're a gamer.
Okay. Anytime you
Okay,
want.
now my friends like Namrata and Anna talk about that the violence of game, but we are as per the class instruction, we are talking about the all general games, all video games, all kinds of video games.
Yeah.
So, like the video games may improve focus. Some people think that playing video games decrease the attention span, but the researchers say the opposite. Maybe the true brain scans shows that who regularly are better able to filter out the distractions than non games are. And it's also improve your coordination. When an adult or a child is playing a video game, he or she is not only staring at the computer inactively. The activities and the actions on the screen provide a lot of mental stimulation. For one to play, he or she will need it to coordinate their visual, audio, and physical movement. And they make cube carvings. Players are preoccupied with the including the in overreacting, smoking, or drinking might be best served by a researcher. For controller instead, a university study revealed a 24% reduction in desire of device of the choice after playing a puzzle game. And it also encourages teamwork. In team games, players will also develop a group work skills, and this sometimes have to be united to overcome some challenges. In addition, it also allows them to develop their ability, such as quick thinking, to act as like satisfactorily in the face or a problem presented to them, or even work under pressure to avoid losing the game. So, like the games are like not only violent the people, but it also helps to focus and do the actively play the game. So, my friend Debra will let us know more deeply.
All right. Good.
Okay. Like I said, okay. Like I said, I play video games and I'm not violent. And like my friend told us, like the video games,
Okay.
the video games help is still helping our child. So we said, we have to put time to spend some time to our children play the video game. We have a proof is not more the kids cannot be more violent because the video games. We have a proof, we have researches here, and has improved our child, has improved their mind. So you can use today the video game for improve the short mind, the short the short mind.
Attention span.
Yeah, like attention.
Even like nowadays, why the parents are giving the kids like 2 years to play the video games and learn on the computers and video games and all to learn the activities.
Exactly.
But you are stuck in the violent game.
Because the topic is violent.
All the
Okay.
They still have 5 minutes. Stop. Okay.
It's all games. They can help you. Like the child can learning. They can know like the video games you will touch them to be organized. To be organized, to learn a language, because you can choose other language. So the video game today today by researchers, it's proved the video games can improve the life of our child.
Is that it? Okay, so and at this point, so that's it. By the way, I know I feel like maybe you guys are frustrated because you may be talking past each other. You're like you're arguing that the topic is about violent video games versus video games in general. Well, the point still stands. Whether or not you're playing Fortnite or something like that, yeah. Your point is to say it helps with coordination and cooperation and other things like that, even if they are violent video games. So it's okay. At any rate, I'm going to give you all 5 minutes. Is that right? You guys give me 5 minutes yet? I can't remember. Oh, now it's the 2 minute mark. Thank you. I lost track of what's going on. Now you're going to have 2 minutes to maybe summarize or maybe offer any. You can use it however you like. Usually. 2 minutes is for summary. You've clearly prepared something. Do you want to say something first? Do you want to say something first, kind of summarize, and then you let the last minute or whatever you want. Okay. You're welcome to go up there because the microphone's up there. Go ahead, Miss Anna. Okay. Yeah, if you don't mind, thank you. All right. So she's gonna have 2 minutes to sum up, and then you guys are gonna have 2 minutes to sum up, and then we can argue. Here we go.
First, I am sure that the topic was about the violent video games, but I have according to you, some games has especially give us especially skills for kids, but today's topic was violent video games. So I can summarize that just as we warn smokers of the health consequence of tobacco, we should warn parents and children about the growing scientific evidence demonstrating a relationship between violent video games and violent behavior. As a parent, I think it is important people know everything they can about the extremely violent nature of some of these games. Thank you.
1 minute. Nicely stated.
Okay, so very quickly, I'm gonna kind of end my point. Here the topic, as my friend told, it's violent video games. You all are just focusing on positive side, but everything has a positive and negative impact. You say that you can kind of try to control your kids' activity, but what if they are trying to play violent video games? The time tracker won't help them to, stop thinking or stop being more aggressive, Okay, so yeah, I totally forgot what I was saying.
But it's
I don't know. I was like, I'm trying to say violent, but it's okay.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. It's for later on. I want to hear your thoughts there. Okay. All right. You have 2 minutes to.
But Mr. Jeremy, before she starts, I just want to make it clear. What is the topic? Because we both are arguing on different sides.
No, it's okay. It was listed in there. Is that they're violent video games? But the point, it's fine. The point still stands.
He said
The
journal.
He said
my fault. All right. It's okay. We don't have time. Okay, hold on. It's okay. The point is, stop. It's okay. I know. It's okay. It's fine. I know it's written there. No, absolutely not.
Do something.
All right. Hey, 2 minutes to talk.
Hey, you have only 2 minutes.
Point is, the point still stands. Even if they're talking about video games, they're talking about cooperation and hand-eye coordination. It's fine. It's okay if y'all. 2 minutes. Go.
Okay, in short, video games are good for every age. Before I said that one, and effect and good positively effect in your health, because during the you using the game, when kids is not good that situation and you give the video game, he's happy that time. So video game is every each person is good. They boost their ability, flexibility, improve their focus and attention ability also. This is the good policy when people play game. People play games, they're stressed out. And also I just ask you someone,
Yeah.
everyone,
Okay.
did you like freedom?
No, no, I don't like
It's a
freedom.
rhetorical question.
Bob,
I don't know.
did you like freedom?
Yes,
No.
yes,
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
maybe not.
Doesn't matter. She
No.
like it.
I like freedom.
No, but you ask
Okay.
everybody.
Did you like someone? Did you like someone control your life?
No.
No.
Yeah. So video games are controlling.
Yeah.
No. Wait a minute.
Okay.
When your children talk about I need I need to play video games, then you control them. No, you can't do it that one. That time children become a more violent and disobedient in your point. So that time, yeah.
Oh my God, this can last
Because now generation is different because they born and brought up with the technology. With the technology, you can't deny that one. That's why, and it is a good for them because that time you will give them some time for children and say that you use that. Then after you do your homework. But you can't say that because you have a disabled child. You know that.
Yes. She is right. If I disabled child, if he played the
And it is a good for also.
Shut up! It's not your 2 minutes.
Shut up.
Time's up anyway.
That's not my time.
I know.
I have a more point.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Well, it was almost over anyway. I'm so sorry.
I just one sentence.
Okay.
And it is good for children. They stay at home very safely because outsider we don't know who is the good and bad person and stranger.
Bolo.
No.
I know that.
Then now turn
Because you
on
use the video game, you stay at home.
Okay, good. Look at her.
Outside is a monster kidnapper.
I was just curious. All right. Hey, how you doing, everybody? I promise. You'll get a chance to weigh in. I saw a hand from the audience. I'm going to let them. Ms. Laura wanted to ask a question earlier, right? Go ahead. Do you have the floor? You can address anybody. Okay, go ahead.
I have big expectation with this debate because I have kids.
Oh, yeah.
But I really want to know about this team. Let me know about evidence on some positives about using violence game with kids. You have any evidence?
Yeah, I know you're.
I have.
Go ahead.
In Brazil, in Brazil, I have a cousin, and she today he's
18.
Maybe 18, 8 or 7, something like that,
Okay.
And he has a little mental problem, as I don't know in English.
It's okay.
And like I said, it's proven the medicine now it's changing, and they using the video games to make treatments for my cousin.
Okay.
So he cannot speak at all, and he used the video games to speak with the family.
I believe her question was: is it a shooting game or is it a killing game, or is it an
The
education?
both is video game.
Okay.
He play violent games and he play another games like with cars or something like
Okay.
that. But it's proved when he go to the doctor gave he has a room, a special room, and he plays just for show how he's feel and
As a diagnosis.
yeah,
Okay.
they can take the diagnosis when he are playing,
Okay. Great enough. Thank you.
when he's playing.
Yeah. Okay.
Second round.
Go ahead, Mr. R. Go ahead, R. You had your hand up. I saw it.
The two most violent person in the world
Okay.
was Genghis Khan and Adolf Hitler.
Yeah.
It was before video games.
Ogonga's.
A lot of before video games.
Oh, I see. So people were violent before video games existed. Wow, what a great point that was. Yeah, okay. Well,
And
then
you
again.
just have to see what is doing your kids. You have to see if they're playing a lot of video games. You have to watch it. You have to stop
Okay.
it. But violence is for the is a characteristic of the human beings.
Okay.
It's not just the video games. Like the guy who shot on the church here in Texas, he has a problem. Was proved he has a problem when he was a child. So he was a military, and he went to the church and killed a lot of people. But he's not a gamer.
What do you think?
But he's violent.
Fair enough.
This is not related to video game.
Okay, I'm gonna let you weigh in if you wanted to say
Yeah,
anything
so
about that.
I have to say.
You'll be the last one, I promise. Okay, tell, you'll be the last one. I'm gonna let her speak. And I just want to say something. Okay, here we go. Okay. No, wait. Anna's gonna say something in response to what Alejandro said. Okay, go ahead. Yeah. I promise you'll get a chance. Yeah.
When we talk about evidence, we have to get a lot of cases to do a research. So the case of your cousin is only one. So we can't prove nothing.
I hear you saying it's
But
anecdotal.
personal. It's close to me. But it's close to me. I'm not talking about the internet or another person. It's close. It's my house.
Valid point. Yeah. Anecdotal evidence, not scientific. Okay. He had your hand up first. I'll let you say something. Okay. Go ahead, Mr. Patel. That's a good one.
Okay. I'm Miss Roma, please stop it. Thank you. I'm asking Miss Sarika. Like, Sarah, that's fine. She said like video game is it's all types of video game. If she is here, okay, and his son is playing video game with his friends at home, and they are playing together.
He has CC camera.
Okay, let me. No. It's not talking about the CC camera. All are the playing. All the boys is playing non-violent games.
Okay.
If the opponent, her children is opponent trying to save the video game and like something throw, like all are the boys is playing together, and her son is going to be lose the game, and he become angry and throw something his friend. Then who are responsible? It's happened.
So
The researchers in 24 countries, Germany, Mexico, USA, Canada, it's happened because everybody is busy.
fair enough.
Yeah.
So
So it's happened.
you're pointing to the anecdotal evidence.
So what is
Get frustrated, you end up throwing it something at someone else. Anybody want to address that?
Okay,
Go
first of
ahead.
all, my
Yeah.
son right now is at
No, I'm not talking about your son. I'm
Okay,
general.
you-
I'm talking about the general.
I'm
I'm
just
talking about the hand. All fingers. All fingers is not the same. Okay.
She's giving you example.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go for it. It's okay. You said your question. Go ahead.
Before Alejandro say that, you explain your kids what is the good and good for what is the good game and good bad game for
I'm
you.
talking the same. Like in hand, every finger is not the same. Every
We know that
finger
every finger is not the same.
Everybody must
But
not.
maybe each
Everybody must
person is a
be.
different life,
Give the
different
instruction to
perspective.
their
They
son.
know that. But that is not right.
It's a universal. It's a universal.
I have a work.
I don't know.
Here, and they guys are so calm and cool person. She is more violent.
I'm so sorry. Yeah.
I have to weigh in one point.
Please, but really quickly. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
He is here. And
If you will shut up, then only others can
I tell you,
okay.
well, I'm so sorry. You guys got to argue it out outside or something. We're finished. Bye. Nice, nicely done. Y'all get to say what you want to say.